It's your girl Diamond the Slayer, and I'm back with another episode of Unsigned Critic. What's good? What's up? If this is your first time here on my channel, welcome to the Dime Gang. Here on my channel, we do a lot of fun things here on this channel. I'm a whole entrepreneur. I have my own business. You guys can shop all type of looks, lashes, handbags, dresses, all type of things for 2021. And I'm also do a lot of hair videos on here, makeup videos, just me learning how to do hair, learning how to do makeup, and want my dimes to learn with me. But my favorite thing to do here on this channel is this segment right here called Unsigned Critic, where your girl Diamond the Slayer goes over all the latest hip-hop, R&B, and dancehall reggae music. Okay, so if you guys click the link, then you guys are ready for this girl power song that has just dropped. Okay, we have been waiting on my girl Asian doll, Asian the brat, whatever y'all want to call her. Shout outs to my melanin queen, Asian. Shout outs to her. Okay, we've been waiting on Asian doll to drop the remix to her song None of That Shit. Okay, None of That Shit has been running the streets, running the airwaves, and running the clubs for about I'm gonna put right here how many months exactly when None of That Shit came out, because I know it had to be out for at least 4 or 5 months, but I'm gonna put the real date right, how long it's been right here. Okay, so the song has been out for a minute. But let's get into my girl Asian doll real quick. Okay, so y'all know my girl Asian doll. I don't know how long a lot of y'all been following her, because within this past year she has blew up crazy. She's still not too international level, but she's there for a whole independent black woman out here straight from Texas. Okay, I've been following Asian doll for about probably going on 3 years now. I discovered her, a few years back when she had that whole Cardi song when she's like, I can put some diamonds on my teeth, nigga, give me brain, nigga. She had the little blue wig. Asian doll always had the diamonds all over her face, all over her hair. One thing about Asian doll, she was a real trendsetter. She was the first young female to come in the game toting the shotters, you feel me? Toting the weapons, spitting her shit, and staying true to her Texas, I guess style of rapping. Up to today's day, Asian doll hasn't really switched her style of rapping. She catered to her fans and what they like to hear from her, and that's why she has her own loyal fan base when it comes to this thing. Everybody's wondering how's Asian doing it, how is she able to keep elevating. She has a loyal fan base that has been following her since day one. Okay, kind of like a lot of these artists that come up, independently, they build their own core fan bases that loves them, and Asian doll is definitely one of them. And one of the things that stands out to me about Asian doll is she never gave up, and she came up with girls. She came up with her homegirl Cuban doll, and they had fallen outs, they friends, no friends. But if you guys remember from the very beginning, Cuban doll was really that girl. She had way more followers than Asian doll, and they were friends, and then they stopped being friends because Asian doll just felt like Cuban doll was no longer supporting her. She was the one doing music. Cuban doll was just a cute girl from the hood that hung out with Asian, but of course she was light skinned, Asian doll was dark skinned, so this always was like a big thing in their friendship, where Asian doll just always felt like she was the underdog because she was a dark-skinned, beautiful woman. Okay, and of course Cuban doll let us know that ain't had nothing to do with nothing. But of course, eventually over the years, their relationship, their best friendship, fell apart in the media. And now years later, as you guys can see, Asian doll has surpassed Cuban doll on so many levels. Is the perfect example of never giving up and always staying consistent. Keep it going. Keep the hustle going, period. And that's one of the reasons why I love Asian dolls, because her consistency always tends to show. It always grows. It gets better and better every year with my girl Asian. Okay. And of course, with the consistency of her career and her growing her fan base and getting all these loyal fans, you know, she ended up signing to Gucci Mane's 1017. And the crazy thing is about this, you know, Asian Doll has never been signed. Gucci was the first person to like put him under her wing to try to give her some more clout. She literally stayed signed to Gucci Mane for about a year and a half. Like, it didn't last long before Asian Doll was begging to be out of the contract with 1017. She couldn't release music as much as she did. Although the media like to talk about Asian Doll and say, you know, her music is trash, no one listens to her music, she literally has her own fan base that listens to her music and they love her. And a lot of people don't just love her for her music, they love her for her style. Asian Doll is a trendsetter, okay? While all her friends used to hate on her and talk, the same girls I used to see literally copy her whole swag verbatim. I'm talking about when she used to wear those platform shoes. You'll see her homegirl who don't like her in the same swag, the gothic platform type style. You know, they used to shop at stores like Doll Kill, or Doll Skill, whatever. But yeah, you know, she's a real trendsetter. So when she signed to 1017, she literally had to beg her way out of the contract because she felt like she was making more money and pleasing her fans a lot more when she was independent, okay? And that was a big thing for Asian to just know. Closed mouths do not get fed. She wanted to be signed to Gucci Mane, she talked about it, she got signed. She didn't want to be signed anymore, she talked about it. And Gucci, being a nice guy that I think he is, you know, he let her go from her contract. No hassle, no nothing, okay? So your girl Asian Doll is back out here solo and independent and running the game, okay? Now, we all know Asian dated the late, the great King Von. Rest in peace, King Von. They have dated for a little while before his passing. Once he passed away, you know, a lot of people felt for Asian. They knew how much she loved him, he loved her. And a lot of people gravitate to Asian, and she just took on this whole persona of now, F Asian the Brat, Asian Doll, I'm now Queen Von. Once she embraced this whole Queen Von image, it just helps catapult Asian Doll to another level. And not only that, within like a month or two of Asian Doll's, within a month or two of King Von's passing, Asian Doll released this single right here. We're talking about None of That Shit, okay? I believe I spoke about this on Unsigned Critic when she first released the song Unsigned Critic, because I've been following Asian, I've been rooting for her, okay? And we will continue. She released None of That Shit, and once she put the clip out on Instagram, it just went crazy. Everybody was just like, wow, Asian Doll, you finally found your hit record. Like, this record right here was just bananas. Social media went crazy for her to drop it. She finally had dropped the song, and then later on she dropped a video which had my girl Jada Kingdom in it. Shout out to girl Jada Kingdom. Yes, Jada, y'all come out strong. Y'all understand? But yeah, back to it. She came out with the None of That Shit. None of That Shit been ringing the club. Asian Doll has been on tour for this song, None of That Shit, throughout this whole pandemic, okay? None of that shit has been beaming in the streets. Beaming crazy. The song is hard. You could tell she put her all into the record. And y'all know Asian Doll writes her own songs. Like, she do her own thing on them records, okay? But what we're going to do in this episode, we're going to talk about the remix. Who went the hardest on the remix? Asian Doll, of course, brought the gang out for this remix. The all-female squad. When she started promoting that all the females, that she was going to have a remix for None of That Shit, and not only was it going to be a remix, it was going to be full of females, I immediately got excited. A lot of people thought, you know, Nicki Minaj was going to be one of these females on the song, but obviously she wasn't. But the girls that she did have on the song really did their thing. But I want to know, dimes. Who do you guys think were the hardest on this None of That Shit remix? Please leave in the comments. Press pause right now if you guys made it this far to this channel. Please hit that subscribe button and subscribe to your girl Diamond the Slayer's channel, okay? And while you're on pause, leave in the comments who do you believe went the hardest in this on this song, on this record, okay? Let me know. You guys know who I feel had the top verse on this None of That Shit remix, and I'm gonna let y'all know the order. You guys know on the remix we had Ivorian Doll. I hope I'm saying her name right because I haven't heard of her until this remix. I didn't know who this girl was. So this remix introduced me to her, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Okay, we had my girl Dream Doll on there, Dreezy, and also we had Rubi Rose on there. Okay, and of course Asian Doll was on her record. Now, who do you guys think had the hottest? I think the girl who had the hottest verse on here was, of course, Asian Doll, because it was her song, and she killed the whole song from start to finish. You know, these girls was just adding extra sauce to the song so that the song could continue to get played and continue to get my girl Asian Doll some money, because the song is literally lit, okay? But other than Asian Doll, to me, the top verses on this song was, of course, the beautiful Dream Doll, okay? Dream Doll came on the verse with her swag, her sassiness, her cadence. Everything about Dream Doll on this record was just bars on bars, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was just lit. She understood the assignment, and she definitely delivered. And what I realized is Dream Doll has been killing all of her new records, all of her new verses. She claims that she's been in like boot camp for this whole rapping thing, working on her tone, working on her delivery to music and everything. And every song that Dream Doll has been on remixes for this past couple of months, about a year now, Dream has been killing it, and she definitely deserved her spot here on this remix for None of That Shit, okay? Now, the second person I think killed it on this record was the beautiful Dreezy, okay? Dreezy always kills her shit and still has not got a lot of credit to me in the industry. She's not that industry to me, even though she's industry to me. She's still like low-key, you know, underground. A lot of people don't know about Dreezy or whatever, but Dreezy have like one or two songs, nothing too crazy, but Dreezy always comes with the bars, always comes. And I think, in my opinion, Dreezy had the second best verse. A lot of people think Dreezy had the first best verse. So I know it goes between Dream Doll and Dreezy, but for me, it's Dream Doll for me. It's Dream Doll for me, and it's definitely Dreezy number three, because Asian is first, okay? The third verse, this was really hard for me to decide between Rubi Rose and our Ivorian Doll. I don't know how to pronounce her name. It was hard for me to choose between the two. One, Rubi Rose, I like her a lot. I've been following her for about a year now, a year and a half, and her flow, her tone when she raps, everything she brings to a record, I like her a lot. She still has a long way to go in the industry, but she's super dope, you know. And if you guys watch the XXL Freestyle Freshman Class of 2021, you know Rubi Rose had the Liz freestyle, okay, on the XXL Freestyle Battle for this year. Rubi Rose, to me, she was killing the dudes on her freestyle, okay? A lot of people say Coi Leray, but no, Rubi Rose had it on that. But this girl, Ivorian Doll, I had to keep listening to her verse over and over because, you know, she has an accent. I think she's from like UK or London or whatever, and you can hear that in her rap or whatever. And I had to keep listening to see who had the better verse, who had the better bars. And I had to come to be real here on this show and let you guys know, yes, I believe Ivorian Doll had the third or the fourth best verse, and Rubi Rose would have to be last. Not saying that Rubi Rose's verse was bad or anything, but compared to all the girls on the track, she was the first one to come on the track. That's what made it so crazy to me. She was the first one to actually come on the track, but to me, she had the least lit verse. To me, that's my opinion. Leave in the comments you guys' opinion. Now, if we had to add my girl Bia, if we had to add Bia, if you guys don't know, Bia just dropped her song with Nicki Minaj for the remix of A Whole Lot of Money in this motherfucker. Okay, you know she is on a remix, but Bia was originally supposed to be on this song with Asian Doll, Dream, and she was originally supposed to be on a remix, but her label did not release the song. Her label did not release the song so it could be able to be on Asian Doll's song, because they knew she was coming with bigger and better things by working with the queen, Nicki Minaj, okay? So she was not able to be on this song, but Asian Doll did leak her verse on her Instagram about 2 weeks ago. And Bia, you killed it. Bia would have probably had the best verse, between her and Dream. Bia would have probably had one of the best verses on Asian Doll, None of That Shit, if she would have made it to the song. Her verse was very, very lit. If you guys haven't heard it, y'all need to type in Bia, None of That Shit remix, and y'all need to hear her verse on that song. She obviously didn't make it to the remix, but she definitely was gonna bring some smoke to the remix, okay? Even though I was sad that she was gonna be on it, I was really happy to hear that she was working with Nicki Minaj. Like, who wouldn't be happy for that? You understand? Like, for real. So y'all, let me know what y'all think about this whole None of That Shit remix, the girl on girl. I love seeing all these women working together, not only just working together, but bringing quality music. And the fact that an independent artist like Asian Doll was able to accomplish this, it says big things. Guan, like big deal. Asian Doll, you're gonna continue to make hella money off of this song. Shout out to you for being independent. Shout out to you for being a boss ass bitch that don't quit. You know what I'm saying? And you keep going and elevating on these hoes. Okay. So shout out to y'all, my dons. Like I said, if you made it this long into the video, please hit that like button. Subscribe to your girl Diamond Stay's channel. Tell a friend, share this video. And like I said, leave in the comments, who do you feel like killed the verse? Like, who had the hottest verse to you? Like, this is a big deal for hip-hop, female hip-hop. So I had to talk about it here on Unsigned Critic, okay? I'm a little late, but this song came out about 2 days ago. But if you guys know Asian, she been saying this song was gonna come out like every single day, and it was not coming out. So I didn't even know that when it was really coming out, because of label things and all these females on one song, it had a lot of people to go through before she could actually release it. So she finally released it yesterday or the day before. So now we're here talking about it on Unsigned Critic with your girl Dominant Slayer. Yes, Dimes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, hit subscribe, okay? And like I said, y'all know here on Unsigned Critic, we go over a lot of hip-hop music, R&B music, and also dancehall reggae music. But I also want to let you guys know I love to go over upcoming artists' music. I don't care how many followers they have, as long as they have at least an album or a video that was released within the last 2 months. I will go over them, leave my honest feedback on them. I'm also going to be doing interviews here on Unsigned Critic with a lot of upcoming artists and also established artists, okay? So like I said, subscribe to my channel so you guys can see all the beautiful things I have coming to this channel. It's already a fun-ass channel, but it's only gonna get better, okay, Dimes? So shout out to y'all, and yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Later, Dimes.